Hey guys. Alright. So, got up a little bit earlier today. Let it up an hour earlier. You guys. It's cats, I swear. Charger on the floor. Alright. I just decided to do a little morning chat video. I do plan on doing a live later on. Thursday. I'm gonna try to. One of the reasons why I'm having such a hard time keeping a set day for a live is because of having the days that I'm here by myself and I have to go get the chickens. I'm gonna try next week to get what I need to take care of the coop so we can put them back out there. Um, but I am gonna use some plastic on the floor, but it's gonna be under. I want to do under the hardware cloth. No, I'll put the hardware cloth down first. I'd actually take the extra pieces of wood that I have and put them over the floor that's in there. They're not in great shape, but um they should do the trick because they're, fairly solid pieces of wood. Um what are you doing? Panda, what are you doing? Get out of there. Um so I think between that, the hardware cloth, and the reason I'm putting the plastic down is to protect the wood. We're working on getting it more sealed so it doesn't leak. Uh, I do plan on getting one of those metal coops. I'm putting it in at the back. And then connecting fence like around it. Um, and then I'm gonna get hardware cloth. Um, First of all, I have to wrap that whole thing with hardware cloth basically because those are like the diamond chain link fence holes on it. Um, Swear these guys are so squirrely in the morning. Um, but I'm also going to take more hardware cloth and enclose their whole area, like over the top, where I did like I did with the other one. I'm not putting up with this anymore. And I'm going to bury the bottom. Probably in about, I know I might actually use cement and then bury that in dirt. Would you get out of there? Out! Cats are so squirrely in the morning. Anyway, probably like use cement around the bottom and then just bury that in dirt. It's about to go off. Got up before my alarm today. I'm doing good. Um, yeah. I'll probably do that with the other one. I'll probably dig out like a trench. Really? Get out of there! Out! I'm playing in my jars. I have some rooms I need to clean up. Um, which, yeah, that's indefinite. Hey, get down! Alright, guys. Blessed peaches. Because unfortunately, we didn't get any. And that is because of the, I swear these guys are so squirrely. Yeah, we didn't get any peaches. That was because of the frost. Anyway, but yeah, I'll probably like dig out the perimeter of where we're gonna put the coop, metal one. And then set that in the trench around it. Might just pour cement in it and then bury it in dirt. All anybody's gonna see on the outside is a large metal coop. That's all they're gonna see. So, but this next week I'm gonna have to get the materials for the greenhouse and the chicken coop. So I've got to try to get the money together for the ivermectin. There's a reason. I'm not gonna go into detail on this right now, but excuse me. I would highly recommend that stuff though. Um, guys, if you have not started taking this stuff seriously, it's driving me crazy. Out! Get out of there! You need to. The food is terrible for you. They're literally using the food as a weapon to kill people. And it's working because people are not smart enough to put two and two together. They just don't believe that the government would do that. Well, government is. Watch my lives. I can do a live tonight around 7, so tune into that. I really want to get back into doing devotional videos. I just feel like I need to get up earlier, but I can't. I mean, it's really hard because uh I have to go get Aaron at night. So, you know. Why is my phone? Stupid. Um, later we're gonna go into more detail on the food and why it's so bad for you. Um, it's gonna be on the live. We are gonna do full spectrum videos. I've got to go through and get everything written down. We're so far behind. I gotta try to do more than one live. Definitely more than one a week. I need to do like one every day until we get caught up. Um, but we'll cover that and we'll cover some other things. I will get in a few informational videos. Last one I did on the lichens. Check out the informational videos. I'm also going back through and like pulling up and watching my old videos. And I'm resharing them, sharing them to my groups. And I did start another group. It's called Homesteading Anywhere. And it's on my Susan Hostler site or Facebook that's got the daffodil painting picture on it. Uh that one's kind of hard to pull up because I don't have many members on it yet. Um but I'm starting to share my old videos to that, and I'm going to make sure they're shared to the homesteading and gardening. Homesteading, because I misspelled it and it won't let me fix it, which is dumb, because I started it. Anyway, but yeah, we'll cover quite a few things, and I will get into some more informational videos. Um, I upload this one and then go right into doing one of those. I also want to do one outside. So I'm going to try to bombard you guys with a lot of videos. So be prepared, guys. Be prepared. Get out of my bag! My goodness. Kitty, kitty, kitties. So, still got to work on my garden planner thing too. I keep interrupting myself. Um, I think it was on DuckDuckGo. Hold up. Hmm. Okay. Um, what was I saying? I interrupted myself and I don't even know what I was saying now. I think I'm gonna get off from that dumb thing because it is not helping any at all. Yep, it was on DuckDuckGo. Okay. Setting survival so serious. One of the things I hate about DuckDuckGo. You actually like is weird. You hit the back button and expect to go back where you're supposed to. No. Okay, so the next one on there is 10 foods you can turn into flour, which should be interesting. Remember to hit Homestead Survival Site, like just the title at the top to go back instead of the back button. I want to get a hand crank flour mill just because of the fact that, I mean, grid down, guys, grid down. Red winter wheat, rice. But now you got to be careful with the rice because the rice in the store is tainted. So I'm going to get several recipes out of this. Or several. I don't know. We might just add the and recipes in the title. I keep interrupting myself. I have to get some more. I have to get my herbs. I gotta find my other dehydrator. I don't know where it is. I had both of them. I don't know where it is. See, I keep interrupting myself. Uh, yeah, we need to get the materials for the greenhouse and the chicken coop. We've got to get the greenhouse built. We have the pallets. We now have the space for it. Probably going to take a tarp out there and put it over that area just to mark it out. I need to figure out exactly how big we need it. Now, uh, if I make it 2 pallets high, we're gonna need twice the pallets we have. Yes, I don't have to worry about that too much. Then as we collect more pallets, I can always take off the PVC piping, plastic, uh, and build up on it. Like in the summer next year or whatever, and make it taller. Do have to find out if we need a building permit for that. I hope not, because I want to be able to just build it. I also have to look up privacy fence panels that we can just buy and put up. kind of slide or snap into place or whatever. Fabula! See, that's the screen. That's not what I was thinking. You know what I was thinking? I mean, that would work. I don't know how flimsy it would be, though. Oh, see, that's what I was afraid of. That's only one panel, and that's $176. Ouch. Oh, so what we're probably gonna have to do. Say how big it is. 16 feet. Okay. Oh. Can't afford that. Probably the best thing that we could do is get the screen. That's what I was thinking. Are you kidding me? We can't afford that. One 6 foot high by 6 foot wide white vinyl panel is $230. There's no way we can afford that. I mean, it's either that or I'll do like the. I don't know, something I'm gonna have to figure out because I don't want to spend a lot of money on each part of it because, yeah. Some of it seems reasonable. But there's gonna be a privacy fence around this property. That's all there is to it. But I don't want to spend $200 or even over $100 on one panel, because that would just make it ridiculously expensive. So, have to figure that one out. Sorry about that. Said I'm going off on, yeah. Anyway, but I want to get the greenhouse started and, kind of go from there. Gonna get the garden marked out there. I have a lot of work to do, so I think I'm just gonna go with my Slim Fast and my peach for breakfast. Excuse me. I'll let Scott get what he's gonna get for breakfast, but it's gonna be healthy. Anyway, but I will definitely do I just put this up on Google. What? Oh, I'm setting survivalsite.com. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring this up like cool. See, there's the next one is 10 foods you can turn into flour, 8 meals in a jar recipes high in protein, how to make a power bank from car batteries, how to make flour from scratch grain mill instructions, what to wear when crap hits the fan, the 19 last minute preps to get before it's too late, how to store potatoes up for a year. And that's just the first page, guys. Why your grandma boiled dish rags and why you should too. 25 survival uses for tin cans. 50 ways to earn money with your homestead. Hey. 17 things you should always buy in bulk. How to turn food into powder. How to build a potato tower. How to make vinegar pie, a Great Depression recipe. 25 plus emergency items FEMA wants you to get. Now, I would be real careful on that one. How to make fermented foods at home. 10 wilderness cooking hacks. And this is page 2. The complete list of emergency supplies. How to homestead on less than an acre. 5 ways to quickly become more self. Some of these I'm going to be able to put on my series, which I'm sorry I have not continued that. 23 strange survival items worth stockpiling. How much land do you need to be self-sufficient? There's another one I can put on my series. 10 things people forget when the power goes out. 101 emergency foods that don't need refrigeration. How to keep chickens cool in hot weather. Easy fresh bread in just 5 minutes. 10 unusual home security tips you might not know. We're going to go up to page 4 and just see. It goes all the way up to page 113, so. Nourish your gut, homemade probiotic lemonade. How to grow wheatgrass without soil. 50 plus medical supplies that will disappear fast in a crisis. How to make an herbal band-aid. 9 things it tells you about off-grid living. Things no one tells you about off-grid living. 20 inexpensive things to stockpile before prices rise. 101 prepping items you can get at the dollar store. Why 90% of people will die without the power grid. 13 things you should know before you dehydrate food. How to make do-it-yourself dish soap. Actually, we'll go up to page 5. 20 old-fashioned tools for the small farmer homestead. How to get endless hot water off the grid. How to make flour last over a decade. 10 uses for purple dead nettle. 35 items you can make at home. How to render lard, step-by-step guide. How to make your own garlic powder. 27 borax uses that might surprise you. How to build a stealth fire pit that won't draw attention. 10 ways to grow strawberries vertically. I might actually look into that one. But yeah, so we're going to be having some fun and getting into those. So, can't wait, guys. Alright, so, here's just a little chat video. I'm going to do a video outside pretty soon, probably. Because I'm going to go out there and I'm going to put a tarp out there. I don't really have any plastic to lay down, I don't think. All my plastic was just so screwed up by Tim. I don't think I have any other plastic. Because the clear plastic doesn't work for garden plastic. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off from here. And I will be doing that video shortly. I'm going to upload this one. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep an eye on your subscriptions, you guys. Make sure you stay on top of that because YouTube will unsubscribe people. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the new Careful about hitting your foot up against her if that was Cupcake. Yeah. Anyway. Stay on top of your subs. And welcome everybody who's new to the channel. If you are interested in a new subscriber package, which is a hand-painted Faith First Farm and Homestead t-shirt and a hand-painted Faith First Farm and Homestead mug, glass mug. I have a lot I have to do today. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a video outside. I will get this uploaded. I will do some off from the Homesteading for Survival site. I'll try to get into doing some of my pins. I've got to start doing that. I've got to start doing more devotional videos. I'm going to be dehydrating more. I need to find my other dehydrator. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Do your research, get those homesteading books, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.